Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this week's video I'm going to be sharing some of the highlights from my 3-day in-person workshop in Norway. If you haven't met me before, my name is Susan McCreevy and I'm the one in the pink demonstrating at the top of the table there. So I'm sharing some techniques that I'll be doing with the ladies, and we did some botanical printing, and then after that on the first day we had a big selection of botanical prints. I was then going to show them how to take those prints and create a 3D artist book. So I'm just giving a demonstration of one that I've prepared earlier, just to sort of give them an idea of what we're sort of aiming for. And then on the third day we create some smaller paintings and jewellery, and I'll give them a wee taster of how I use the wax. So it was a really fun 3 days, and I really appreciated being invited there by Kirsty. And in the next part of the video you're going to see us going out to pick some plants in the beautiful surroundings in Bømlo. It was such a stunning place to work, and the ladies are actually staying in the boathouse just down below us here, and you can see the sort of scenery round about us. It was absolutely stunning. So I was just kind of showing them which plants would work best on the jelly plate, so we had fun picking these and going back to the studio.
Yeah, nice.
So now that we've gathered our plants, we're heading back to the studio, which is in Kirsty's garden, and a really nice space we've got to work in. So my assistant Ella, my daughter, was doing the filming, so she was doing a great job here, and she went round everybody and got some snippets of everybody working on their plates and doing some prints. So I'll show you some of them just to sort of give you an idea. It's quite a good way to see how much paint people are using and how long they're leaving things to dry and that. So hopefully you'll find this video quite helpful. Some students work a bit slower than others and some are a bit quicker, so you can see the sort of varieties of paces as well. This lady, Anita, is very particular, and I mean her prints ended up being one of my favourites. She's got a really lovely style, but she puts a lot of thought into every print, so it was quite nice to watch. I'm sort of slap it on and just hope for the best, but she was very, very meticulous, so it was quite interesting. Okay, so hope you enjoy watching these.
Jeg tror det var en til.
Anna, har du brukt begge sider?
Ja.
Yeah.
You want any different colours? Can I get you any more paint? Are you okay with
Ooh,
that? I'm okay. Right, okay. So,
look at that!
sorry, don't worry.
Oh, that's a kind
Åh, det var kjempefint.
It's very nice.
Isn't it? Look at the gold in it as well. Gee.
Ja.
Quite hard to get it like too good out super much.
Nei, jeg tror jeg skal prøve den gamle. Så skal jeg ha en farge.
Kjersti, bruker jeg det her printet nå på
Ja, hvis det
blomstene?
er tørt nok, så kan du gjøre det. Ja.
Ja.
Nå ble jeg så usikker. Nei, jeg husker rekkefølgen.
Nei, men da spør jeg. Da spør jeg deg. You don't need to clean your plate.
Å nei.
Nei?
Det er ikke det.
Nei da, det gjør du ikke. For det at du har så ligger det på liksom. Ja, prøv.
Da kan jeg bruke det sånn hvite din.
Ja.
Okay, so you can see
Nydelig.
that works really well. Use the contrasting
Oh, yes.
colour.
Yes.
So prints that you're
No, I don't think you have, because have you? Yes, you have.
I have some black card here if anybody wants to try that technique. You can ask for that if you want it.
Yes,
Maybe it's too dry. If you don't want to keep the paint on your plate and you want a fresh new colour, you can just use water to give it a clean in between. And there's plenty. Paper towel.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. I love that ombre.
Easy to get hold of. You want it on the over on the hobby shop.
You have to work quite quickly or it's going to dry.
Detta törsta, då kan du bruka.
Har du något för
Oh, very nice.
Oj, det blir fint. Men det är ju idag att folk går här.
Men hvis du lägger de der, flytter deg litt innom da.
The colours work well together.
Ja.
Yeah, very nice. Kind of lost the detail with the little bits of it coming through, but yeah. Can do that. I'll show you that.
Yeah. So she can show you that. That's a good way of
It
doing
was really
it.
nice with the turkey.
And here she'll have a ghost print for.
And then you can see you can get the detail in this
Fantastiskt.
in the silhouette.
Mm.
So that's another way to do it.
Right. Det tar lite mindre. Because I mean I never use the color wheel. I know which is the opposite. I know what I can get away with.
Wow.
Here's an exterior.
Well, yes. I think Jorgen is the same.
That's really nice.
That's a lovely print. Yeah.
Mm.
So exactly the same way as you used for the map.
Yeah.
Usually about 10 seconds before you lift it is about the right time. And you get that image.
Wow, Kristina.
So if you like text in your, I love
Yeah.
graphic elements and text. So you can just take elements of that and place it where you want it. So you wanted a bit here. So you don't have to put the whole page down. You could just take little sections of it. Because you don't really want to be able to read what that's saying. It's getting a bit dry. Yeah, so I got bits of it pulled there, but you could put the medium on and then get other sections. It's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
You got text on there.
No. It was the bronze I used?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the bronze.
That's really good.
You get some of it, yeah.
Yeah, look, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's worked quite well.
Yeah, I might do some, save some of them.
So I'll find a cup and put them into. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice, I think.
So now we're at day 2, so I'm back into the studio. We're having a look at some of the covers that people have been working on here. That's in Kirsty's studio. We're just going to pop in and say hello. I'll see them all busy working away on their 3D artist books here. I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about how to get started on these just now. I'm trying to roughly cut them out. Either you can use the scissors or tear. I quite like the sort of torn edges. It's a bit more organic, but it just depends on yourself what you want. You can layer them over the top of each other underneath to get different things happening. You can cut out certain flower shapes if you want to have, say, that flower on top of something. You can just cut out that one shape. So you can use them in all different ways. Maybe you want to, you've got an area of dark and you want to add something like this on top. So the papers can be used in lots of different ways. If it's clear like this, you're going to be able to see what's going on behind, so it's quite nice to layer that on top of something so you're getting something else coming behind. So you can either cut them all out first or just start with one and just gradually, you just do it intuitively and work your way along, so whatever way you find easiest. So I'm going to start with this one and just, I'm just going to work intuitively with mine. So the paper rips easily one way, so downwards, easy to rip. So if I try to rip it this way, it's harder, it kind of goes off in different directions. It's a bit like when you're ripping fabric. So if you find it difficult to rip across, you could just use the scissors, okay?
Og de med struktur I, de kan rive for lang, men ikke for fast. Yeah.
So I tend to do it slightly bigger than the page, and then once it's dry, I'll take a sharp knife and cut the edges. But don't try to cut it with a sharp knife when it's wet, as it'll just tear. So just leave it so it's slightly over the edge. It doesn't matter to begin with. So exactly the same way as we did the cover, using the glue with the matte medium. So I'm just going to put a generous amount of glue onto the page. So because it's on top of a white background, you get nice bright colour behind it, so it stands out well. So that's my first piece. And I'll try another piece of this one. I might want to have a piece of yellow behind here, so this is a nice bright section here. So I might want to sort of pull these two areas together with this piece of yellow, and then layer this piece over the top. So I'll try that. And that's how we're going to get the layers happening. I'm blending the pieces of paper together.
En farberstil. Har den.
What did you show? Can you see it? Okay. So it's not necessary to wait for it to dry. You can just go straight on top with the next bit of glue. Just work quite quickly and intuitively. If there's something you don't like within collage, it's very forgiving medium. You can always just stick something else on top if it looks ugly, or paint on top of it, you know. So it's a very, very forgiving medium way of working.
Collaging is, yeah.
Yeah. And then I like to sort of blend areas with paint, roll over bits so that it'll kind of blend two edges together. But I love that pop of yellow underneath. Can you see that, guys? I love that. You can see it better. Yeah, so I started off with this one. It's got quite a lot of yellow in it anyway, so I thought I'll just pull that yellow into here and behind this. So some areas are white, some are yellow, so it's giving it a bit more interest, that shape. So that's how we can get started, and then you just kind of work your way along. And then we can, once it's completely dried, we can work on top of the stencils and the pen details, and I'll show you some mixed media paint techniques to finish your designs. Okay? Right, so if you've got any questions, just ask me. I'll go.
Den blir jo alltid liten spesielt. Du kan jo bruke den i nedboka.
I'm actually looking at it. It'd be nice with a piece of ribbon around the edge. Not really.
Ja, men om det...
Fint som ett helt bilde.
Ja, det vet jeg. Den skal faktisk
Ikke sånn.
You've all got lovely papers. Lots to choose from.
Yeah, nice. I had a little look last night when I was out looking up.
Kirsty's getting creative, yeah.
I've got for the others too, if they want.
Oh, they complement each other lovely, don't they? They're nice. So we're on day 2 of the course here, and the students are taking the papers that they printed the day before and trying to glue them into the 3D artist book. This is actually quite a tricky stage of the process, trying to get the papers to work together and try and create a story in the book and papers that are going to work together. Anita's actually using one of my prints there. I handed out all my prints and everybody grabbed them, so they've all got some of my prints in their books as well. So she's gluing this page down first, and she's using the matte medium glue, and I think, to be honest, she hasn't put down quite enough glue at this point, so she's finding it quite tricky. I think the more generous you are with glue, this part is easier. So she's using a catalyst wedge, which I love to use for smoothing down the papers. And you'll see in a minute, I think she's just discovered she's not quite got enough glue, so she's, with the wet strength tissue paper, you've got a bit of working time, so you can lift it up and add a bit more glue without doing any damage to the paper. So as you can see, everybody was working really hard and a lot of concentrating going on, so I think they were just about to get ready for lunch, which was being prepared by Kirsty's lovely husband Ulf. And as you'll see in the next video, we're not awkward at all getting filmed having lunch.
Are you filming?
Now then!
Ja, ja, linsaluser. Ja.
Okay. So I hope you enjoyed following along with that 3-day in-person workshop, a sneak peek preview there. I just want to say thank you so much to Kirsty and Ulf, and of course Astrid, for taking us to Bergen and showing us the sights there. It was just amazing hospitality we received, and I hope to come back someday again. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. Bye for now.